Okay, good evening. We're going to go ahead and call the Area Planning Commission for August 6th to order. Could I get roll call, please?
Here.
Terry Baumgartner, Tyson Brooks,
Here.
Tim Elwell,
Here.
Jared Hahn,
Here.
Aaron Harvey, here, Michael Carrigan, here, Jeff Lance, here, Tim Moore,
Here.
Barb O'Connor, here, Melissa Woodward, here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in your packets, you have the old minutes from the June 11th meeting. Board members, if you were not present at the June 11th meeting, you do not need to abstain from the vote. You are more than welcome to vote for approval or non-approval of those minutes based on what you look at in your packet. Many times we've had members that aren't here feel like they need to abstain, and that's not necessary. So go ahead and take a look at those minutes and see if there's any additions or corrections that we need. And if there are none, at this time I would hear a motion to approve minutes as presented.
I would make that motion.
We have a motion to approve minutes as presented. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, right hand. Opposed, same sign. Any old items, sir?
I do not.
Okay. Then we have an election. Do you want me to cover that?
I just go ahead and
Just-
announce it, and then I'll give details.
Okay, so there is a plat committee appointment to complete the 2026 term, and Mr. Lotzenheiser will give details at this moment.
Okay, so we do have a vacancy. Bill Horan, based on the position that he took, is no longer able to be part of the plat committee. So we do have a vacancy. This would be just to fill in the remainder of the 2026 term, as plat committee members are appointed on an annual basis. Plat committee meets at 9 a.m. on the first and third Thursday of each month and reviews development plans, additions, combines, minor subdivisions, and ponds that come in front of you. So it opened up today to the floor if there's anybody interested in filling that vacancy for the remainder of the 2026 term.
And it's always at 9 a.m.
Yes. Yep. We meet here in this room. Yep. So, yeah, if you want,
Yes, I do.
push your button up. There you go.
I would be interested in taking that over for the remainder of 2026.
Okay. Somebody to make a motion to nominate Aaron.
I would nominate Aaron Harvey for the remainder of the 2026 year for the plat committee.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'd second.
We have a motion and a second on the board. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor, right hand. Opposed, same side. Congratulations.
Thank you. All right.
Okay. In your packets, we have several new items to cover this evening. There is an item that was removed, but before we get to that, before we get to our new items, I just have a procedural announcement for the board. We have a lot of people that watch our live stream. From the Bluffton Common Council to our county commissioners. They are having, our online stream especially is having an extremely hard time hearing us. So I would ask the board to be cognizant of that. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Elwell. He's our sound and acoustic guy, so that he can give a more technical explanation of the problems with our room.
That's the first problem.
That's the first problem.
This thing on? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of ironic, but yeah, so the room's really bad acoustically. The ceiling is short. The HVAC is loud. If you're sitting in the gallery, you probably hear more air moving than you hear anything else. So we're working on getting additional microphones and making some changes to improve the quality of the stream. But board members, if you do have to say something, grab a mic and put it right here. That's the best way to do it. That way those folks out there can hear what's going on. Really, it's just that simple. So appreciate that. Thank you.
I've been on the board, I think, for 10 years, if not more. And I can't tell you the number of times a board member's been speaking, and I'm looking at the audience, and they're doing this, or sometimes when we're at the 4-H building, they're shouting that they can't hear us. So just be aware of that, just as a point of note for our procedures. And then for Barbara down there, I apologize. You don't even have a microphone?
No.
So if you want to, since the seat's vacant, if you want to scoot down by Aaron, and then if you have something to say, then y'all can share your mic. That would be
Yep.
very much appreciated. So, thanks, Board. I
Yes.
appreciate that. Okay, now for our new items this evening. Our first item is A2608-11, the Harrison Township, the Northeast Quarter, 5-26 North 12 East. Marlon Schumacher requests approval for rezoning of a .58 acres to R2. Property is located on the south side of Lancaster Street between Virginia Court and Bond Street in Bluffton, Indiana, 46714. And it is all currently zoned R1. Do we have a representative here? Why don't you come on up and state your name and tell us about the project?
Button up is on, yeah.
It's on, okay.
Yep.
My name's Bob Grover with XL Homes, and we are looking to build a two-family duplex there to help bring affordable rental opportunities to the community. It'll be a new construction and 1,600 square foot on each side, so a total of 3,200 square foot with two one-car garages.
Okay. Board members, today the property is zoned R1, which would be just to allow single-family home or single-family dwelling. R2 would allow the duplex, which is what the proposal is.
And we don't have any mock-ups of what the duplex would look like.
I did bring a print.
Could I see that?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Bob.
Given the narrow footprint of the lot, that's a narrow, longer building, so it would fit on that lot real well.
Any board members, would you like to see?
I guess. Not, this isn't really development plan type thing, but single driveway.
Single
off of-
driveway.
Off of the main road, and then side load garage, I assume.
No, it's a front load.
So your building would set
It's,
The garages will face
east the road.
the road, correct?
So the ingress egress is off Lancaster?
That's right.
Is there a sidewalk currently in front of that?
There is not.
Will you put one in?
I'm not sure what we would attach to because there's no,
There's none on the adjacent property?
no.
Okay. Do you know with the width of your building, what your spacing will be from the property line of your building to the property line?
I do not have the plot plan back yet. Corey McKinney's got that. He's working on getting the plot put together, but it should be around 20 feet, give or take,
On each side?
on each side.
Okay.
okay.
Ballpark's okay.
Yeah. I should have the plot back shortly.
And you're talking on the east and west side, correct?
That's right.
Okay. Forgive the awkward silence while we review our ordinance.
So the next lot is an R1, and then the one after that to the east is an R3.
Correct, yes.
Kind of there's some R3 that's already connected there.
The dark yellow is the R,
Is R3, yes, correct.
but the light
And then-
yellow is R1.
R1, and then the medium color on the other side of Bond Street is R2.
In the grayed out area here.
That is the grade,
That's R2.
yeah, so you're going that way.
Yeah, these are R2.
Yeah, yes.
Hey, Mike, just to confirm, that property's not connected to that neighborhood to the west, right? To where there's any covenants in play?
No, it is not part of that neighborhood.
Okay.
Is that,
This would have been an outlot on the edge of town before those were platted.
is that a tree line?
There is a tree line between that and the retention basin. for the housing, so that's the Virginia Court housing.
That's the Virginia Court Housing Retention?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. What's the elevation of your building?
It will be roughly 26 feet to the ridge.
Is that within ordinance? Are you placing that building more towards the back of your lot or more towards the front?
So it will be about 30 to 35 feet off of the road.
Okay. And then it'll start with that lower garage unit?
Correct.
And then it will peak up after that?
That's right.
Okay. Was just considering the view of the neighbor directly to the east.
Sure.
You know what I mean? They already have a duplex on the right. So just considering their view.
Absolutely, yeah.
Board members, any further questions for Mr. Grover? Mike, Melissa, you got anything? No problem. Thank you. Okay, at this time, I'm going to open it up for public comment. Would anybody from the public like to comment to this petition of A2608-11? Come on up and state your name and let us know what's going on.
Ron Nelson. I live at 1120 Lancaster to the immediate east. And thank you, by the way. I appreciate this opportunity. I guess I'll start out with the beginnings. This year alone, there's been 5 situations in which the field that they're wanting to build on has not been maintained. And it's been posted. These are the last 2 that were posted by the city police for not being mowed. And I am the one who called in. And typically, it says 10 inches, and I would wait till it would get up and above my knee before I would call. It really kind of struck us, my wife and I, odd. We saw 4 deer go across the street and go over there and start grazing one night. And, I mean, I guess my big question is if the maintenance on this is neglected now, and last year there were several times in which it was posted, is it going to be a structure that they build and maintain it like they did the grounds? And if that's the case, I mean, I have probably an 80-foot fence to the east of where they're wanting to build, and I just wonder how close this driveway or whatever is going to come to the fence. And I don't have a problem with people with kids, but typically when they have kids and they're of the teenage years, they get involved with kids that are like that. And I just see my fence becoming a tagging target. And I'd really rather not have to deal with that, first of all. And second of all, the possibility, and I know it's always people say, well, you don't know that's going to happen. But, you know, when you live long enough, you see things and you begin to see a pattern. And I'd really hate to have to deal with people throwing trash over my fence, throwing items over my fence, because it's conveniently feasible. So the people back to the south is a housing addition. To the west is from what I understand, is a runoff for the water. When it rains a lot or snows and whatever, that's a big drainage ditch right there. There's a small little dike where that row of trees are to the west of my property that act as a pool for the water and exit whatever. So they're not going to be able to go too far back that way, which means if they're going to utilize all this land, they're going to have to go east, which means they're going to have to come as close as they can possibly get to my property. And I don't understand. There's to the east of us, there's 3 sets of 4 apartments and a house that is converted, and that's fine. Whoever owns that one, I mean, I've talked with him. I worked it out with him to put my fence to attach to his fence. He maintains the grounds immaculately, and I don't really have a problem. That end of my house doesn't really look out to see that area, so it's not hampered. But all my windows that face are either west or north. So if we put an apartment complex in there, I mean, I'm going to stare at either that or Almco's entrance and exit across the street of Lancaster. I mean, I feel like I'm being hemmed in by apartments. I'm the only house there. You know, and it's a little unnerving. I mean, my wife and I moved from Fort Wayne after 38 years down here because this was going to be our last place. This was going to be our golden years retirement. You know, my next move will be to a coffin, hopefully. And I could have moved to my hometown in Decatur, but I didn't. I wanted to come to Bluffton. This is where I got my first job when I came out of high school. I started working at the automotive center for Kmart. And from what I understand, that's been a long time since that was here. You know, and I like this community. We moved here, we got plugged in with community care with Christine Walker and started working with them. And we like everything's going, but it seems like since we've been here, it's been an uphill fight. And I didn't come here to fight. I came here to live the last of my years out, you know, in happiness. And having an apartment to the southeast, to the east, and to the west, and I'm the only house stuck in the middle, why can't they build a house? I mean, there's people, if they're wanting to communicate to people, you know, we want to build housing for people. Build a house. Let them move in and set roots down. You know, it'd be a great place to put a small home for a starter home. I mean, why couldn't that be a possibility? I mean, you know, I don't want to get into a situation where I'm a nitpicker, where I just look to find fault. But by the same token, you know, if I don't say something, then it's going to go as business as usual and nobody's going to care. There's not a person sitting here looking at me that would want to be in my shoes and living in a house surrounded by apartments. Not one of you. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. And if you can avoid it or help it, I mean, it just seems like, you know, that's why I'm here. Why not just leave it as a resident one? You know, why does it need to be another apartment? Why can't they build a house? I mean, when we moved in, we tried to buy that lot. And from what we understood, it had just sold at 23 or 26. And when we contacted them, they said they wanted 39. I mean, and they'd only owned it a week. I mean, I'm all for capitalism, but crying out loud. I mean, you know, they made it hard for us after just buying the house that we bought at 25 or 250 to turn around and buy another piece of property, you know, and we probably would have not had a problem with the upkeep of the maintenance of the property. I can assure you of that. And my wife, you know, wanted to put a pool in, but having to go from hopes and wishes to staring at an apartment complex out of our windows, I mean, just somebody needed to know, because it's not, we're not just a drawing on a map. You know, we're people who live there. We're people who, you know, tried to come here and fit in and participate and enjoy our life. You know, I just wanted to make you aware and known about it. My biggest thing is in all honesty, I would love for each of you, just come to my house just once and look from my view and see what you'd be dealing with in my shoes, going from a lot with residential houses is what I see, and a row of pine trees, to the anticipation of looking at an apartment complex. And I don't care how you put it on a drawing as to how you're going to fit it in there. It's going to be tight. there's not a lot of room on that property, especially for an apartment. I mean, unless you're gonna build them tall and short, like the little small homes or something. I mean, there's just no logical way you're gonna build an apartment complex for two family dwellings with garages, with a driveway, that it's not gonna be packed and tight. So, any questions for me? I'd love to answer questions.
You said you had a fence.
Yes,
What's its location?
Is it behind your house? Is
it's,
that what I'm seeing?
yes.
West side?
The north house is open and faces, or the front of the house faces north. The west side of the house is a 6-foot fence, privacy fence, down to the end of the property to the people in back.
So the whole west side has a 6-foot privacy fence?
Yes,
And what about the south side?
the same,
And the east side?
the same. And mine is tied into the person who owns the apartments there. He has a 8-foot fence that I tied into. And when I say privacy, I don't mean that it blocks our view. I mean, 6 foot, I'm 5'8", so I mean, I'm 4 inches from being able to look over the fence.
Use your tippy toes.
Yeah, on a good day.
Do we know how many people or what's the occupancy of that East R3?
I believe it's 3 or 4 units.
There's 3
Three
units of
units
4.
in the, yeah,
And then the house, from what I understand, it's a house with 4 or
4.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that would be considered an actual apartment complex?
So it's.
Or is it a-
Right, that's just a triplex.
That's a
And then
triplex.
the building on the south, the other parcel on the south side on Bond Street.
With the 0
has-
on it?
Yeah, that one has more. And then the old house in the corner has multiple units in it.
Yeah.
So Mr. Wilson is referring to this duplex as an apartment complex. Is that a correct assumption?
So the
Is a duplex-
The proposal is a duplex.
Is a duplex considered a home?
No, it's
or is it
just
considered-
considered a duplex or two-family dwelling, two-family dwelling.
2 units.
Yeah.
2 units that are stuck together?
Yes.
So it's not, I'm just getting hung up on, is it an actual apartment complex? Is it as big and as crazy as what's to the east? And I'm seeing no.
No, it would be a two-family dwelling.
And then, Mr. Wilson, to answer your question to how close it would be to your,
Are you referring to me?
yeah.
name is
My name's
Nelson.
Nelson.
Nelson, oh, I wrote it wrong, Ron, I apologize.
No problem.
Got your first name right.
Yeah.
I'm halfway there. Mr. Nelson,
50%.
to answer your one question about how close their driveway would be to yours, there would, according to Mr. Grover, there would be a 20-foot separation. So the
If you
edge,
take 20 foot from the fence over and then go over to the dike, I mean, you can't be looking at more than about 32 foot of total space to build on.
that lot
I
has to
mean,
be.
it's skinny. It is
Yeah.
small.
Mr. Grover, if you could research and find out how wide that lot is, that would be appreciated by the board.
Now, if you take those pine trees out and you build right up to the dike, which
Yeah, it's.
I was gonna say, I'd
the
see
property
problems
line-
coming from
The
that.
property line is before the trees. So we'll find out how wide, and then we'll actually get an answer to your question of how close that driveway would be to your driveway, how close that building would be to your fence. We'll get an answer for you.
Since we're on that, I have, since we've been here, contacted 2 or 3 different places in the city organization trying to find what the boundary lines are for the property. They were supposed to include that in our sale, but never did. So I'm not real sure exactly where my property line is. The people who were there told me it was from this tree, these 3 trees, and that was mine. But there
Okay.
again, I'm going on assumptive value
Is
only.
this correct, property line wise?
I would really love to know where my
Doesn't look
line
like it,
is.
'cause his house looks like it's.
That lot's 100 foot by 230 foot.
Mine is?
No,
It's 100.
100 by 235.
so it's 235 deep and it's 100 feet wide.
Okay.
So if you took 20 on each side, then that means the unit could be a maximum of 60 feet wide. If that makes any sense. And on the spec, is that what it shows?
So,
And it's only 39 feet wide at this point.
And that's stacked up?
It's
The
2 stories tall.
driveway, the garages are single level, and then from there it goes
Yeah.
double?
Yeah.
2-story unit.
Mr. Grover, have you take a peek at the drawing.
Thank you.
That would be very helpful. And then, Mr. Nelson, I will get Mr. Grover back up here to find out about the maintainment of the property for you, and find out the plan on that. Cool?
Yes, I appreciate it. What am I looking at here exactly?
Come on up, Mr. Grover, help the guy out.
So these are the one-car garages right here.
Okay, so this is west?
So this is west.
Oh, okay,
So the tree line's gonna be over here.
okay.
So those pine trees are gonna be over here. The big tree in the front corner of the property is gonna be over here. The garage faces Lancaster right there.
In relationship to that big tree?
Yeah.
That you're talking, now is that in the back or the two in the front?
No, the one in the front.
Where from those two trees there is this?
Okay, so that front tree up front is gonna be right here.
Okay,
Right, so if you're looking at the proposed building right here, that tree is gonna be up here in this front corner right here.
so then the tree as it sits now is on this property, and the property line probably extends, what, 3, 4, 5 feet to the east?
No, it's a 100-foot wide lot. This is gonna take up 39, so we'll actually have closer to 30 feet on each side to the property lines.
Okay, thank you.
And so and then the garage right here, that drive will come straight out to
So
Lancaster.
the drive for here will be next to my drive?
It won't be. It'll be a considerable distance to your drive.
30 to 35 feet.
Yeah, at least 30 to 35 feet from the edge of this drive to your drive.
And so, Mr. Nelson, the reason why I was asking about the,
So this room is what? 30 feet, probably?
hold on, our plat guy's on it, our local expert.
30-something.
32.
is it safe to assume that the duplex is designed to go in the middle of the lot? Okay.
So the reason why I was asking about the different levels and where it would be positioned was for your view. So when you're in your house and you're looking out, you'll have your 6-foot fence, and then there'll be a low garage.
The fence comes to the back of the house, so my
Right.
windows
But
are
they'll-
unobstructed from the west.
Okay?
Okay, but there'll be a low garage to your west, and then basically where your house, kind of behind your house area will be where the taller part begins. So when you're looking out, the worst-case scenario is a normal-sized garage, which would be a normal-sized house that you said would be fine to build there. Then back behind that, where you mostly can't see, would be the 26 feet, be the taller section of the building.
I mean, you could build a 2-story house.
You can build a 35-foot tall house.
Yeah, any house could go there that would be within 35 feet of our ordinance.
And we don't have an actual development plan here for this.
We have a drawing.
Yeah, we have a job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's all that we'd
That's all
ever
that we
have.
would need
With
anyway.
a single-family house, if they built a single-family house today.
Could be
with the
35
zoning,
feet tall and,
They wouldn't need a development plan.
Right.
For a duplex, you don't need a development plan.
Correct.
So there won't be a development plan. There would just be basically.
Rezoning and a
building
permit, yeah.
Either-
Yep.
It either rezone and you have the ability to have 2 residences there in one building, or if it doesn't rezone, you're gonna have 1 house there. And correct me if I'm wrong, you could have 1 house and the mother-in-law hut behind it, right?
If it was,
Theoretically.
well, not in R1. you
Not in
cannot.
R1,
No,
okay.
Cannot.
So just
So as
a
it-
house, so
As
just
this
a
is, you're
house.
talking about two dwellings that are going to be 2 stories, not just one
No,
comprised of it.
it's one building.
It's one composite.
It's going to be the
one
same size
composite-
as a normal
one building
house,
Okay.
but then
With
there's,
2 units inside of
there's
it.
going to be a kind of a wall down the middle. One family lives on one side of the house, one family lives on the other, but it's basically the same footprint as a regular house.
Yeah.
If that
It'll be a-
helps. Because it's not really an apartment complex.
This is going to be set back to the south
Set back to the south. And,
of the lot?
yes, it is. We'll push that off at least 30 to 35 feet from the street and that's to the start of the garage. And then this garage is 24 feet. So by the time you get to the 2-story portion, which you see right here, you're going to be 60 feet.
And then that big tree that's in the very back, where is that in correlation to where the front of these houses?
We won't even be getting into that back tree.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll be well before that.
how many square foot are each of the dwellings?
It's 1,600, but they're stacked. So the footprint
So
is only 807
about 8
on
apiece.
each side. So in theory, I mean, it's a 1,600 square foot. I mean, the footprint is a 1,600 square foot home.
Okay.
It's only got that amount of square footage because we're going up 2 stories with it.
And who would take the management responsibility?
We do.
You will?
Yeah, we would.
Well, that answered that question.
Yeah, we're gonna own this, and so we will maintain this. The lot has, I will admit, sometimes, the grass grows up there.
Well, you aren't the
And we
gentleman
don't-
I spoke with about,
Yeah,
am I?
I just paid you. yeah,
Okay, I was gonna
just paid
say,
you to
'cause
mow
I,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Grover. It's appreciated.
Well, I guess, unless there's any other questions,
Thank you, sir.
I've said what I needed to say.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Come on up.
I guess it's on.
Yes,
Yep,
ma'am.
you're doing good.
One other thing.
Could you state your name for us,
Oh, I'm
please?
so sorry.
No, you're
Okay.
fine.
It's Susan Grove, and I live at 1025 Lancaster Street, which is across the street from Ron, but east, in the block east, okay? One thing that you might want to take into consideration, and maybe I have this incorrect, if I do, clarify it, okay? In the Area Plan Commission down the road plans, I think when Elmco Steel wants to build a road in that back property behind my property, I've been told that it will come out along the trailer park, and it will be right in front of Ron's house. Now, those are trucks or semis. So there is a safety issue there too. It's not just like Lancaster Street that we already have a lot of trucks on. It will be going in and out of that property that Elmco Steel has purchased. So that is something else to consider. Do I have that right?
Yeah, that would be the location west of between the trailer park and west of the house that's directly west of you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I
Right.
remember from
Yeah.
our meetings with Almco.
Right.
But do they have to get a special, they have to come back and get permission for that? The ingress,
There's-
egress?
It depends on how it's done.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
My concern was the weed violations too. If I understand correctly, Mr. Schmucker that owns that property right now, unless Mr. Grover does, okay? What I noticed was a Marlon Smucker owned it. And he's from New Haven, owns 5 other empty lots like that in town, so I assume this will be coming up before you again on other properties if the neighbors care. But I think, what a red flag if Mr. Smucker couldn't keep that property, keep the weeds down. Oh my. That's bare minimum, and he wasn't doing it. And I have found that after rezoning takes place, bare minimums aren't met. And then it's on the property owner to call in and complain. And so it was such a red flag to me, I thought. That's bare minimum, and they weren't doing it. So I think that's pretty much it, because I heartily agree with Ron. What a disastrous situation to be in. I've lived in my house for 50 years, and I've watched that end of town take beautiful single-family homes and carve them up into apartments, and then the neighbors deal with it. So it's sad. So I would say, please take all of that into consideration. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Any other members of the public would like to speak to this at this moment? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the public portion. Mr. Grover, I do have a question for you. Can you come on up, please? So my only question is about the ownership of the property. Will you be the owner?
I will be.
Okay, so you have an purchase agreement with Mr.
It's not in place yet, but it will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you will be the property owner, and you've already told the entire board and the public that you're maintaining that, and that's on you, so, okay.
Yeah, it will actually, it'll probably be, the yard will probably be taken care of by Scott Minnick when
Yep.
it's built, after it's built.
I've heard of that guy. That's all I have. Board members, anything else for Mr. Grover?
Yeah, there was some talk about property lines and where fences were at. Has there been a recent survey done?
No, that's what, I've got the plan into McKinney Surveying right now to plot
Okay.
it. I was hoping to have it back, but I don't have it back yet.
I see.
So but the duplex will be centered on that property.
The 100-foot property, and it's a 39-foot wide duplex.
You don't, because of the centering of the building on the property, you don't foresee any issues with property line issues or anything like that? There's enough of a buffer that won't be an issue?
No, I drew it out on the GIS and kind of mocked it up, and it fit with no problem.
Okay. That's all I have.
Yep.
Okay, board members, we should pay reasonable regard to the 5 different areas of the comprehensive plan as we look at this petition for a recommendation. So we are just making a recommendation for this, this item this evening? Am I correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, thank you. So we're just making a recommendation to the common council, either a do pass, a do not pass, or a no recommendation whatsoever. Now will be the time for discussion among the board or a motion to be presented. I do have kind of an interesting question. Ron, what's the square footage of your home?
Just at 1,800.
Okay. Mr. Grover, is the 1,600 including the garage or not?
It is not. So once you add the garages in there, the footprint would take 2,200.
Okay. Thank you. Susan, what's your square footage?
I think it's
Rough guess is fine.
2,400,
Okay.
I think. And my property is a little over an acre and a half.
Thank you.
Do we know if there's ever been a structure on this parcel, or has it always been vacant?
I think there was a, they tore down.
It used to be
Yeah.
part of my property, from what I understood. Gervers that were there before me sold it off.
Yeah, I don't,
Oh, there was a house or something there. I think there was something there.
I don't know. It's not been, there's nothing been there for a long time, but
Okay.
Anything there in 20?
yeah. If there's any questions, anybody have
Yep.
anything?
If there's no more
Otherwise, yeah, if you
discussion,
have a
I'm ready
motion.
for a motion.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the rezone from R1 to R2.
To do pass recommendation?
You're making a do pass recommendation to the Bluffton Common Council?
Correct.
So we have a motion for a do pass recommendation to the Bluffton Common Council. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
So we have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, right hand. Opposed, same sign.
Okay.
Okay, item number 2 this evening, A2608-12 Jefferson Township, the southwest quarter of 1528 North 12 East. Bradford and Vicky Zetis request approval for a rezoning to R2. Property is located at 109 North Bunn, lots 1 and 2 of Millside Place, Austin, Indiana, 46777. It's currently zoned R1. Do we have a representative here?
This petition has been removed by the petitioner because of the found out that there was a deed or a plat restriction that does not allow for anything but single-family homes on those lots. So there was no need to look at the rezoning.
Okay. Do we need to make any type of official cancellation of A2608-12?
No, they removed it on, so it stands with that.
Okay. Well, that one was quick. Let's go to A260813, Jefferson Township, southeast quarter of 21-28 North 12 East. The Ross Family Properties LLC requests approval for a proposed 14,000 square foot building with parking. Property is located at Baker Street, Austin, Indiana, 46777. Is currently zoned I-1. Do we have a representative for that one? Come on up and state your names and let us know what's going on. Are you guys able to hear me better? Okay, good. I was just making sure.
You're doing a great job.
Aw. Want a cookie?
Hello, my name's Justin Hoffman. I'm with Brooks Construction. I'm the civil engineer for the project. With me is John Ross, representing
John.
Closet Concepts. So the description of the project is pretty accurate. We've gone through routing, we've gone through plat committee. We have, it's my understanding, the town of Ossian has provided a conditional approval. Certain things need to be in place, and we're working on those. Off-site easements are one of those things that we're looking to obtain. We're in the process of doing that now. We're also in the process of obtaining the proper permitting from IDEM for earth-moving activities as well. So we understand this is part of the process, and we're here to answer questions as they might come up.
And I'm going to ask, Mike, is the one lot subdivision, is this lot correct?
It's the lot directly to the east of this one, yes.
East of it, not-
To the east. This lot we platted 2 months, basically, just a couple months ago.
They are not the same lot.
They are not the same lot. That is accurate.
And we're in I-1 on this one.
That is correct. This is in light industrial zone property.
Is it wrong of me to ask what it's going to be?
No?
John?
So Closet Concepts, what we do is we do custom closet systems, laminate systems mostly for builders and contractors. Been in business for about 34 years. This location will be our manufacturing facility. So it'll house CNCs, edge banders. We bring the material in, we mill it, we palletize it, and then we ship it out to our location in Fort Wayne. We also have a location in Indianapolis that will service as well. It'll only service our business, though.
So everything perfect for an I-1. Cool. Thanks, John.
Yep.
So just closets?
Closets can be closets or garage cabinets or
Oh, okay.
offices. Yeah, we're welcome to design and sell anything here.
Hey,
Right now.
hey now,
It is.
don't tempt me.
Love the pitch. The pitch is good.
Yes.
Stormwater from the site goes to the regional detention pond.
Yep.
That was sized, so there's not any on-site detention.
It's already taken care of.
Yep, I think that's part of the easement that.
Yes,
they're
that is what the easement
Waiting on
needing
is
for is to get it.
to get it to the pond. So-
Because this property does not touch the detention basin, so there's a gap that needs to be resolved by the easement, which is actually partially being resolved by the petition after this one. So just note that.
Is the entrance for this going to be off of, is the entrance for this going to be off of State Road 1?
No,
off
the
of-
entrance for this one's off of Baker Drive Extension
Okay,
on
okay.
the west side of the property.
That's what I thought when we have done other development in that area, that we had that road specifically, so I
Yes.
wasn't sure.
Yeah, so this lot is fronted and will access off of Baker.
Okay.
The lot that we're platting next will front and access off of Jefferson.
Okay. Okay. But this one, okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Board members, I'll open it up to the public after you have your questions, but then once the public comment is closed and we get answers, if we have them from Justin and John, then I will have Mike review the potential conditions on the approval, just so you're aware. Bear with us, they're looking at stuff, so. Board members, do you have any further questions? Jared, are you good? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Would anybody from the public like to speak to 26-8-013? I hear crickets. Okay, I'll officially close the public portion of A26-0813. Mike, would you like to just kind of go through what conditions a board member would need to add to this
Sure. So for us to approve the petition tonight, one petition would have to include a condition that necessary easements to carry the overland stormwater from the site to the regional detention basin would be obtained from the neighboring property. And then the other is that the town of Ossian's conditions would be met as far as their review.
Are those review condition, like water, sewer?
Yes, water, sewer, street, drainage, yeah.
I mean, they've got conditional approval. Is
Yes.
Anything really wacky, or is it just?
No, and matter of fact, one of the main ones is get easements
For the
to,
utility?
for, not for the utilities, but for the storm drainage going out. So they mark the same concern.
And I guess we could,
There's some other
I guess we-
updated plans and stuff.
we can
that
talk a little bit about the next petition.
Yeah,
As part of that plat, there is a platted easement,
there is a platted easement.
so that problem kind of gets solved,
Correct.
On the next one.
On the next one,
provided that we approve it.
We'll add the condition now, and then we'll talk about the next one.
yeah,
And then we'll solve it here in 10 minutes, yeah.
yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, well, if that's clear as mud, board members, then I'm willing to entertain a motion.
Maybe we should have done the other one first.
The only note is that we don't know exactly when the other one will be platted. So they may have an interest in getting easements signed and done before the plat's done. We're on two different people's schedules, so that does bring up a point of discussion.
That is a wrinkle in the fabric.
Yep.
You need a motion?
I'd like one.
I'll make a motion that we recommend a due pass
Or
based
just-
on,
No,
we
this is
just
just us.
approve if-
Just approval?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
this is
Not
our
a rezone,
approval.
just
I didn't understand the assignment.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We still like you.
Okay, thank you. That we approve this contingent on the town of Ossian's conditions being met and the establishment of the off-site drainage easement.
All right, we have a motion for the town of Ossian's condition being met and the extra condition of the necessary easements for drainage. And with those two conditions to do a due pass or, yeah, for approval. Now I'm doing
Now I
it.
got stuck in his brain.
Oh, my gosh.
It's all right.
For this. So we have a motion. Thanks. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion before the vote? All in favor, right hand? Opposed, same sign. Justin, John, I guess we didn't need you again. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Finally, our last new item this evening, I believe I'm correct, is A260814 Jefferson Township, Southwest Quarter 21-28 North 12 East. OD Inc. requests approval for a proposed one-lot major subdivision. Property is located at 850 North Austin, Indiana, 46777. It's zoned I-1. Do we have a representative?
Are you to represent OD? Okay.
Would you like to represent OD Inc.?
You're the only
Today?
one in this room, Ms. Bricker. I don't know.
You stayed.
Yeah.
We have faith in you.
All right, fun.
Okay, go ahead and state your name and tell us a little bit about the project.
Detmer was here, wasn't he?
He left?
Yeah, he was here and he left. That's,
Is it on now? Okay, Jessica Best, Wells County Economic Development. And why are you laughing at me, Michael?
That's the guy that owns the ground left.
Okay, so in all fairness, he owned the lot that just was sold as well, so he probably thought that that was a part of it. So we're clear, that lot that
give him credit.
the individuals who just left purchased a portion or
Yeah.
subdivided a portion of what was owned by OD Inc. So he probably left thinking that was in conclusion, yeah. So what is
Okay.
left is the remaining property for future development. There is not a plan for that. There isn't a purchaser for that at this point. Or I should say, OD Inc. the lot will sell, but there isn't a development for that at this time.
And the plat doesn't establish a 25-foot drainage and utility easement. That would make that connection.
We're just trying to make sure that that's cleared up for whatever does come next.
I think you made that very clear.
I'm really glad I did a good job.
Doing a great job.
You're not doing this under duress, are you?
No, like I'm sweating.
Good job.
It's nerve-wracking.
Blink if you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Blink twice if you're in trouble.
No, I'm good.
Okay. There's no one here from the public, so I'm not going to call for a public, correct?
You can call for it and close it immediately if you
Okay,
want
that's
to.
fine. Why don't you just stay right there? Board members, do you have any other questions for Jessica?
I would move to approve.
Wait, I got to do public comment first,
Yeah, so-
sorry.
Concert will be over, come on.
Anybody from the public? The public portion is now closed.
Yep.
Board members, I'm looking for a motion.
Yeah, so one condition, that plat committee would be the reviewing agency for secondary
I would
approval.
move to approve the primary plat with the condition that the plat committee be able to approve the secondary plat of the one-lot subdivision for OD.
That is the best proposal I've ever heard in my entire life. Do I have a second?
Well done.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, right hand. Opposed, same sign. Kurt, you, the best representative I've
That
ever
could
seen.
possibly be, that
Best one.
possibly could have been here for it.
You were the best person for the job. Have a good night.
Okey-doke.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our new items. Mr. Lotzenheiser has the mic for other business and updates.
Okay, so.
The last item was, or it will be.
Yes, the TIF
Yeah,
petition is continued for another date, unknown at this time.
We don't need to.
We don't need to do anything to it, yeah.
I think it was withdrawn.
Yes, withdrawn. It'll be on our agenda at some other time. Yep, yep,
Someday.
yes. Other business, so violation 2023-021, Roger Watson on 766 South 200 East, junk accumulation. We have continued to receive email correspondence and photos of work that's being done on the property. Last meeting, we did discuss whether or not to give more time or to go ahead and move it to our attorney, as while they're making movement and staying in contact with us, it is a significant ordinance violation. They're still many months away from completion. So at this time, either one of them would be amenable to myself as whether or not we give more time with the same strategy, or if we look at,
How much time do we give him the first time?
It's 2023 is.
I know,
the
but
violation.
Yes.
when we extended it, I wanted to know what our extension was, and it was 6 months.
yes.
Okay, so we gave him a 6 month.
Yeah,
They're making progress.
they are making
Slow.
progress, yes.
And they're not young people. that
They are not young people, that is correct, yeah.
I'm a fan if someone's working on it to let them keep working on it.
I'm right there with you.
That's my deal.
It didn't happen overnight.
No, it did not.
Get fixed.
That is correct. So I would be okay with another 6 months. Is that too much, too long? Am I extreme? Okay, that's fine.
I think if we don't, and if we send it to the attorney, is that going to make it get cleaned up any faster? No. Is there a real probability that they're going to have to vacate the property and it's going to get even worse? Yes. Or that they're going to give up and it's going to get even worse? Yes. I recognize that it's 3 years, but like you said, it didn't happen overnight. They are making progress. And in my opinion, as long as they continue to make progress, I don't think the matter will resolve itself with any harsher actions, as long as they are making strides.
Well said.
Well, I do think it's highly likely that in these types of situations, that legal action would probably end up making this a county problem, a direct county problem to have to clean up anyways. So that's probably where this would end up. And I, for my part, if provided there's still ongoing progress in Mike's reports, am happy to see this continue to be cleaned up at pace.
Mike, you said there is progress on a scale of percentage-wise, how much progress has been made? Have they done it at 20%, 30%?
Say 40%, so, yeah, I would say that.
I think you have to weigh, whether your ordinances have teeth or not if you keep continuing the violations. However, I kind of agree with both, I know. Melissa, it is a consideration. You might end up making it a county pays the bill kind of thing. So, yeah. If they were 10% in, I'd go,
I really like seeing effort. And when I don't see effort, that's when it's time, in my opinion, humble opinion.
If I may get a bit cheeky here for a moment.
Ooh.
We're seeing some modest effort now, 3 years in. Where was the effort the prior 3 years?
They've been
So
working on it
our
pretty
the
steadily.
effort has been pretty consistent.
Yeah.
The issue is massive. So I would say that we have email correspondence for multiple years, basically.
So I understand the idea of, do we want to make this a problem for the county? And maybe this is just my line of work, but if we're never going to actually enforce the ordinance, why do we have it?
We do enforce it, and that's when progress has ceased.
Or when the progress never starts.
So when there's no correspondence, when there's no progress whatsoever, that's typically when this board enforces that. So that's where the teeth happen, when nothing's going on.
Well, these things are turned in through, these are turned in through neighbor complaints primarily. We
Yeah.
as a board have nobody that goes out to catch this stuff early. So these things are often allowed to, by their neighbors, or maybe they didn't care, or maybe somebody moved in and suddenly cares. I don't know, but they have a tendency to get quite out of hand before we see them. And we say, do we have teeth? Do we have some teeth, but what we don't have is arm. We don't have a way to reach in and stop this stuff early, before it gets out of hand. And that's where we're at now, as we're allowing them to take care of this, sort of, I guess, at their pace, whatever they're able to do. But that's the real problem, is our ordinances don't have the arm for us to go out and catch this early.
Have there been, from the original complaint in '23, do you recall if there have been any continued complaints about it?
No, I think people have seen it being updated.
Okay. So you're not getting calls saying,
We
what's
are
the
not.
holdup, what's
No,
going on?
We are not on this one.
Okay.
To Melissa's comment, then my question would be, are the people living near to this having a problem with it, or are we having a problem with it here in this room?
Well, it's in violation.
So we have to have a problem with it in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jeff, what you were trying to say is, do the neighbors still have a problem with it?
I've not seen a neighbor
As the
in
progress
here
has-
for this, yeah.
Yeah, correct. But nor do we advertise
begun.
this meeting for the neighbors to come in and complain about it either.
That's true.
That's
yeah.
not the purpose of this.
But somebody reported it to you once.
Yes, correct.
So
We did. And
if I were the neighbor, and I have reported, and I will continue to report.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we have other violations that are more like that,
Yeah.
where neighbors want a regular update on what's
Yeah.
going on.
and I think that's where we
Effort,
review
lack
these
of.
case by case.
Yeah.
Mike, what
So
percentage of the,
Jared has it pulled up to where it's an aerial view in 2011 and then today, and you can, they've made progress.
Yeah.
In 2011.
Jared, or not Jared, I'm sorry. Mike, what percentage of the items on the property would you say are in violation?
But it's getting there.
It's a wreck with less angles.
Hey, how do you eat an elephant?
Almost all the things on the property are involved in the violation.
Really hungry.
You
Yeah.
gonna look at it?
Now, my curiosity.
Yeah,
is-
go see it, because, I mean,
It is.
I have visibility.
And I guess knowing, I live fairly close to the
Yeah.
area. So that's 26 photo. That was in 2011, what it looked like. They have a lot of vehicles that
Yeah.
have titles and all that stuff. And it's not simple to get rid of a car without
Progress?
title.
No
No, you can
progress?
get it done. There's a process.
They have been doing that.
But they've been doing
They have
that. I
been
mean,
doing
there's a
that,
process.
yes.
You can't get rid of 20 vehicles without titles all at once.
Yeah.
Like, there's a process.
Yep.
I know a guy,
Oh, okay.
but that's another story.
But I mean, like, some of that stuff, it just takes time.
Yes.
And
I think, I mean, you know, being on the Board of Works and stuff and looking at our code and ordinances, you want them to have teeth or they are ineffective. But I think maybe this is an opportunity where government works with the residents to make a positive outcome, right? So,
And somebody had mentioned at a previous meeting, I don't know if it was about this house or I think it might have been about the one out in Mount Zion. So somebody had made a complaint at some point, and we're seeing extension after extension. We're trying to be generous and understanding for the person in violation, but at the same time, the person that is affected is not seeing relief because it's always getting pushed back.
Yeah. I would say that this board would be always, if there's significant work being done to solve it, historically, we've always been giving more time. If lack of work comes, is when we have moved it to the next level. So somebody shouldn't be seeing nothing happen and continuances keep on going, which I think we're going to talk about the next violation, for which
From a
that would be
procedural
very-
standpoint.
Yes.
So very soon, I think we'll be
The
discussing
goal is compliance. The goal
Yes.
isn't enforcement. Enforcement is the tool that you use, but our ultimate goal is compliance.
Enforcement can resolve in things that you don't necessarily want to get resolved into, which would mean Wells County owning people's property, because that's the only resolution.
then it's our problem.
Then it becomes somebody else's problem, yeah.
So typically, when they go to court, there's fines and fees
Yep,
until it's clean.
yeah.
And I don't,
Have you guys tried, I apologize.
go ahead.
Have you guys tried an attorney involvement in the last three and a half years?
Not on this property, no. That's what
Possibly.
we're talking about today.
Possibly a change or an additional incentive from this board might speed things up?
So that's what so if the board decides today that, yeah, we'll turn this over to our attorney, then, there'd be court hearings scheduled 90 days out. They would also have a time to discuss with the judge whether or not they needed more time, and they might get more time. So it's not like the end of it is here, but they're in a courtroom, so that is a different situation altogether. It's a different atmosphere. They're not here today to talk about it either, so,
So we just need a motion?
yeah.
I would make a motion, we give them 60 days. At that point, we can talk about it, I guess, again, but
Yeah.
what I would feel is in 60 days.
Okay.
Could we request that they come and
Yeah,
maybe give us
we can.
a goal, a plan? We want to be gracious. We have been gracious. We want to continue to be gracious.
So
but we
60
also wanna
days,
be
they come
With an
meet with
invite,
us,
yep.
and we make a decision.
I think that that's
Or-
a reasonable request. They were here.
It's
I
still
think,
your motion, so
two meetings
you're in
ago, they
control
were-
of it.
Somebody did show for this, and they were.
They
able
were
to
here the
present-
they were here when we extended it last.
Yeah, so, and they were able to present their case.
Yep.
Yes. So I think it's reasonable to ask them to do so again.
Yeah.
Go ahead, let's vote on the motion, and then
Tim, would you like,
60 days to have it done.
I'll second.
we have 60 days to have it done, and we have a second. Any further discussion?
This is not an extension. This is a 60 days, and then it's enforcement action.
After 60 days, if it's not complete, it goes to the attorney. So we have motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, right hand? Opposed, same sign.
It's 4.
4 to what?
5, I thought.
Barb, you voted against? Okay.
It's 5. Was that a tie?
No, we're all here, so. What, we're 10 here, so it's tied, so that doesn't go anywhere.
That
So I do
motion,
have a question.
that motion dies, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I think there was just an article in the paper, Rick, about Bluffton, some group. help clean things up, help do some various things around town. Is that just a Bluffton thing, or is that a countywide?
No, thank you.
Microphone, Mr. Elwell.
Right. I think there's a couple of groups that would, if they're aware of this situation, may lend a hand. I know a couple of church groups that do this as kind of mission work.
Okay.
So there's certainly people in the community that would probably pitch in if they knew. I think awareness is probably the biggest issue here. I don't think most folks are aware that this situation exists.
I don't think that in past conversations that the owners of the property be willing to allow anybody to help them.
Well, now, see, here you go.
And I
Can't
don't
help
have-
somebody that doesn't want to help themselves. I mean,
Yeah. That has been a concern because even Judge Kirchhoff has asked us about violations. We've been in front of him, if people would be willing to step in, and really it's about whether or not somebody would allow them to come on the property.
So I'm going to ask you, Mike,
Yeah,
are you willing to make that phone call to them? You've had correspondence with them.
yeah,
That, hey, it's gone on long enough. We're getting closer to like having to do something here.
yeah.
You know, are you guys willing to allow somebody to help you?
Yes, I am willing to do that.
And at least ask the question. I don't know the right people, maybe Rick, you probably know who to contact, or that, I guess let's see if they are willing to accept help and if we can get them help to do some cleanup.
I want to see him in 30 days.
You briefly mentioned that these were vehicles, so even if we're going to get them
Some
help.
of it is vehicles.
Okay,
Some of it's trash.
Good
Yeah.
call.
okay,
It's everything.
okay. I just want to make sure if we're trying to help them, that we're able to help them.
There is a lot of labor and dumpsters and scrap dumpster type work out there. Lots of it.
So, for my part here, I'll just say that I am unwilling to vote for anything where we say, well, it was 60 days, and then we're automatically going to turn this over. They have been willing to, in the past, come before us, and I would like to see what kind of, we're developing options here for them, and I would like to see them so that we can discuss those options with them and see where they are at, and if they're willing to accept that help before we go further. And
If you
at that
want-
time they either won't show up, or they will not accept our help
Right.
and turn us down, then I would be more inclined
I agree with you.
to vote, along the lines of what Tim would like to see.
Would you like to see them at our next meeting?
I
Is
would
that
like
what
to
you're
see them
thinking?
soon, if we can get them scheduled to be here, I'd like to see them here so that we can discuss it with
Yeah.
them.
Correct. Like, for example, for Michael and for Rick, if you want the board to have teeth, what better teeth than to tell them directly what's going to happen?
I want to bark before we bite.
Ask for a work plan,
Have,
get some things solidified.
Like I say, I think
the first,
if you'll reach out to them
Yep.
and say, hey, the board talked about it. And I'll make a motion that we request that they be present 30 days from now.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Throw it out there to them. At that meeting, we can discuss, if you guys are willing to accept some help here, we'll see if we can get you some help to get your property cleaned up. If they're not willing to accept that, then we got to decide, okay, has it been long enough? Are they making good enough progress? Have they made progress? They most certainly have. Can it go on another 3 years? It probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
If there's vehicles that have to be gotten rid of and they don't have titles, if they can get rid of everything else and there's a row of 5 vehicles that they're waiting to get rid of, that's not a big deal.
Yep.
We can deal with that.
But they also do have an avenue to get rid of the vehicles and have been. So
But that's what I mean.
know
We
it's-
can deal
yes.
with that if that's all that's
Everything's,
left.
yes, yeah, correct.
If,
Can I jump in before we take a vote on that motion?
He
Hasn't
hasn't
been
officially a
seconded. It hasn't been
motion.
seconded
We're just discussing it right now.
Okay.
well, I made a motion that they be
Yeah,
here
you did.
at the next meeting.
30 days in meeting with the people, and
There
Mike
hasn't been
makes
a
a phone
second,
call.
so.
Offer some help or solidify some milestones for progress. Submit a work plan.
Okay, so Jared has a motion for extended 30 days with them becoming present at the next meeting in 30 days. with a phone call from Mr. Lotzenheiser. Do we have a second?
So I just wanted to, I guess, clarify something about the court process since I'm familiar with that. So even if this did get turned over, or the next one, or whoever gets turned over to the attorney, nothing happens at that point. It just goes in a different person's hands.
Yep.
60 or 90 days later, they might file suit. 60 or 90 days after that, they might be in court. Now we're looking at another 5 or 6 months from the time it gets in the attorney's hands, and still nothing has been done at that point.
So no progress could typically be made for a year.
It can.
It does not go fast.
That is normal. I do creditor
Yes.
collections work. That's normal.
Which is kind of why this board, if that we see progress, we're trying to encourage the progress to continue.
And that's why I say, maybe we can offer them through some nonprofit, whoever, philanthropic group, maybe we can offer some help to them.
Okay, we good? Is there a second to Jared? Aaron had the second. I saw your hand first. So we have a first and a second. Any further discussion on 30 days with a phone call and meet them in person? All in favor, right hand? Opposed, same sign.
That motion does pass.
Okay, 30 days and meet them in person.
Okay.
Next
Next one is V 2023-30, Jeffrey Newman, 6100 South Meridian, Penedo, junk violation. At the last time that we met, we gave him a period of time to remove at least 10 vehicles from the property. He has grossly failed to complete that task and has actually, I don't believe he's moved any of the vehicles off of his property.
So does that prove our previous comment?
That proves our previous comment. We gave him,
I'm ready for your motion.
we gave him a goal. He did come in. He didn't get a lot of stuff done. So I would suggest in this one that we move this along to our attorney and start that process.
I'll make that motion.
Oh, we have a motion to move this one on to our attorney. Do we have a second? I'll second. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, right hand? Opposed, same sign.
I meant to vote yes with that. I apologize.
You did okay, good job.
And with that vote, we're one big happy family again.
Jeff, we'll make a raising thing for you. We'll get you done, take care of.
The board officially apologizes for Jeff's late hand.
All right. So, the last one is V 2025-38, Cynthia Reynolds. This is the violation on the north side of County Line Road in Zanesville. At the last meeting, we discussed in regards to this property's situation. We have had conversations with the bank attorney. They cannot get access to the property yet because it is occupied. Otherwise, they would take care of it. So they haven't quite got to that point where they have given access to it. So that should happen sometime soon.
They are in the process of getting it. Is
this the one in foreclosure?
Yes, yeah.
There's an email thread from the attorney.
Yeah, so in your packet, you have some information of what we've received back from them. But they have to get to the point where they've taken, or that the person has been officially evicted from the property, and that has not happened yet. And
Did they
because
give you any kind of timeline on that?
they're hoping as soon as possible.
Okay.
And I believe they did mention in one of the emails about hoping that something was done in the next couple of weeks.
A precipice of sale in May. This is going to happen soon.
Yeah, as I said, then that's what they said, it's very soon, but they can't jump on the property right now because it's occupied.
So we revisit in 30?
I believe that would be okay. I think we should have you think 60? Barb?
It's not occupied currently. I think that's just recently happened because we've had to mow that property a couple times.
I think somebody actually is occupying it and not doing
Oh,
anything
okay,
with it.
okay,
It's
okay.
what
I
the
haven't seen
bank and the
any
bank's
activity.
attorney said, is that it's
Okay.
occupied, they're just not doing
Okay,
anything.
okay,
I drove by the house 4 days ago and there was somebody there.
okay. I've not seen
Yeah.
anyone. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Fine.
You're all right. No worries.
I'm
We'll
anxious.
get you a
to-
cookie too.
I'm anxious to get that cleaned up also.
No, it's still occupied by the,
Okay.
Yeah, that was a month ago.
They've not had like a sheriff vacate yet.
no, that has not happened yet.
Okay.
So 30's too small.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna look up foreclosures and see if that's coming here soon.
Okay. Bide a moment while we do our research.
You know,
Did I see that one's in Allen County?
it is in Allen County.
They don't do it for Allen County.
No, they don't. Oh, that,
In our county.
no, that's right. You can't look it up at the same way.
If it's in Allen County, why is this our property?
Because we're in the zoning control of it. Want to sell it back?
It's a terrible sandwich.
That it would be up for possibly sheriff's sale in September. And the attorney's replied to that.
Okay.
Possible.
But they'll have possession of it before that sheriff's sale, right?
Do we just go with 60 to
To cover it.
done sooner, it gets done sooner, but if it's not?
September. Yeah, it'd
Yeah.
be past the sheriff's.
You might as well, because either way, we're not gonna be able to do anything about it here.
Exactly.
No.
Good call. Make a motion.
60 days?
We got a motion for 60 days continuance on violation V 2538. Do we have a second? Any further discussion?
Get them, Barb.
Left side of the board strong.
Yeah.
All in favor, right hand? Post same sign, still one happy family.
Okay.
Okay.
As far as master plan goes, we have, we'll be in town of Ossian next week. That'll wrap up our adoption process for the master plan, so that's moving along well. Revitalization and trails updates, looking for alternative funding for the Pokebash Trail and State Road 124 trail projects. Fundraising has began for the second phase of the Downtown Pathways project, which is the alley right out the backside of this building. And a grant has been received for the Downtown Digital Projection Project, which is the building directly north of the Parlor City Plaza, where the concert's going on right now. Housing study update, don't have any information right now on that. On the advisory, we do have a public hearing for all participating jurisdictions coming up on Thursday, September 3rd at the Wells County Chamber of Commerce Building in the lower level meeting room at 6 p.m., where we'll be presenting the items required by HEI, House Enrollment Act 1001, as well as some other items that have been brought to our attention for ways to increase housing development in Wells County. That way we would be compliant with the House Enrolled Act and its requirements, and also have a discussion regards to any potential ordinance amendments that might come out of that discussion. So,
I have a question about that.
yes.
Does anyone on this board have any participation in that, or just like,
To come and be there.
just
Yeah.
be present? Who's running the
I
meeting?
will be running the meeting.
Okay.
Yes, our intent is to try to,
be in town, and I'd like to catch that.
yeah, we will intend to have this at broadcasted.
I'll try to
to the-
keep them on the microphone.
Please do.
For you.
So the part of the meeting that will be publicized would be the first two pieces of the agenda. That'll be, I'll be making a presentation. The second phase of it will be the public comment time. And then the third phase will be a breakout, where we'll be having tables around the room. People will be able to make comments directly to different topics in regards to increasing housing in Wells County. So that is the goal of the meeting and how that will operate. So kind of a heads up on that. I mean, a 5 to 10 minute presentation going through what we currently do and what we could be working on, and then have the public hearing part, and then follow that up directly with the breakout sessions.
Is there any role that this board would need?
No, just attendance if possible.
Attendance
Yeah.
if possible. Okay.
Yeah, so we want each jurisdiction to be there. Council, we're looking for town council members, commissioners, the city council members, as many people as possible to be present. That way we can count this as each jurisdiction's meeting in regards to this, so that when we fill out the report, we can easily show that these people were in attendance. So we are going to take attendance as far, like, as people come in the room, we'll have a sign-in sheet. That way we can show that each jurisdiction was in there. If something does come up and we can't get one of them done, then we would have to do some sort of roadshow activity in a different community. So trying to avoid that and to get this so that we can do one-stop answers for everybody. There's plenty of other things for each individual jurisdiction to do, to worry about, and not one that we can help with, so.
Okay. Mark your calendar, September 3rd, 6 PM. And that's the Chamber of Commerce building, just as a point of note, not
Yeah,
here.
211 Water Street.
And then as far as any announcements from myself, mark your calendars. We will have a meeting for the APC on September the 10th as well. So 1 week after that, we'll have our regular scheduled APC here at 7 PM. Anything else?
I don't have anything else.
I need a motion to adjourn. Need a second? Second. All in favor, right hand. Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned.
Excellent.